Welcome. I noticed in like 0.8 seconds. That was like a 0.8 second realization. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. If you wouldn't even know I was muted if I didn't even make a big thing out of it. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. It has to go. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it. It's just that scrickle every time. It's pissing me off. I'm pissed off. I hate this thing. Welcome. Good to see you guys. We're live. How y'all doing? Talim, good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. How's your week been, Talim? Got a little bit of spittle there. NA John as opposed to SA John, 19. Hello. How you going, NA John? Vect, good to see you as always. Blendy, what's good? Welcome back to Australia. And Depende.
Pussyo, my little
I don't know where your
pickle,
card is.
kombucha,
Somewhere.
D's nuts.
But it's still here.
Have a nice day.
It's got to go. Brewer in the air. Thank you, King, for the resub. Thank you for the 11 months. Thank you for the 40 months. 11 months of tier 1 sub streak. Thank you for 40 months, you absolute legend. 40 goddamn months. Brewer, thank you so much for your long support. We're coming up to 5 years streaming. It's gone quick. It makes me feel very old. Shy Guy Mystic, good to see you. What's happening? Kai Guess, good to see you too, King. Asteri, what's good? Sick Cree, I know this one's for you. This mail day stream is for you, King. You and all the other people that have been messaging me about it. Risa, what's happening? Skipperoo. Erog, is there intelligence? Time to sell, boys? Why is it time to sell? What makes you say that? I gotcha. What's good? Good to see you again. How you going, King? Faith and Science. Yes, this is the stream you've been waiting for. You're one of the many Pokemon peeps that wants to see some mail. So I dug it up. I actually felt like I lost some of it, but then I found the box that I put it all in. That was kind of scary. Thank you for the follow, JIT. Welcome to the stream, King. Meme Six, as always. Good to see you, King. Watch the VOD tomorrow morning. Dropping in and send the message and positive vibes. Thank you, as always, for your support. One of the biggest VOD supporters. Loves the VODs. Check out the VODs channel. If you're watching the VOD right now, make sure to subscribe to @okJLUV streams. If not, check out @okJLUV streams there. A Japan sub goal. Yeah, look, some people mentioned maybe putting a sub goal up last stream for like opening up booster boxes, like sub goal to do a booster box stream, which I'm not super opposed to, but I'd rather like build towards like some of the bigger goals for this year, and then like once those boxes are ticked, then feel like I can justify doing something a little bit self-indulgent, which is like, let's be serious, doing box opening stuff. So I put it up. There's a little sub goal there. You can see it up in this corner. It's high, but I'm trying to like, trying to make moves. I'm moving. So put that up there. No pressure. As always, you can watch these streams for free. You just get hit with ads. And they go up on the VODs channel, and then you can watch them whenever you like. So it's just a thing. Severance Season 2 Ep 9 in 18 minutes. Oh, shit, that is tonight. Well, then I'm going to have to catch you later, Kai, guess. Go off, King. Heatwave single prices looking healthy. TBH. Do we want to look at those a little bit before we start? I actually totally forgot about it. I got you for 15 minutes. Okay, don't worry, dude. Dude, you would think that Kygus is like a paid advertiser for literally any other platform. I think Kygus is the only person that comes into this stream and will say, hey, everybody who's in this stream, this other thing is going to start in 20 minutes on this channel. Just FYI. Then fucks off. Only you do that, Kygus. You know when you do that, I just want to get you and give you a hug and say, keep yourself safe. I love you when you do that. You are the only person that does that. Only you. Hey guys, Miskiv is opening Pokemon. This is literally the same thing. It's the same fucking energy. Alright guys, I'll just go offline. Mail day stream is cancelled. There's so many other things that are happening right now. See you later guys. Bye, have a great one. Thank you so much for watching for 10 minutes. Love you guys as always. Fuck you, Kygus. Okay? From me to you, and from everyone to you, fuck you. I'll hug him. I'll hug him. Guys, do not let... Oh, it's out of focus because I was flipping off Kaigas. Don't let jluv go to Japan. Why, ZD? Why am I not allowed to go? Pseudo Zara, good to see you, King. What's happening, bro? jluv rip and ship incoming. Never, Golem Hydra. Never. Never. Just drop every rip and ship link in the chat. I know, right? I want to hear your thoughts on the prices since the boxes are still stupid prices. Okay. I reckon we can do that before we jump into the mail day stream. I'm down to do that. I always like doing day one stuff. Just to have it like recorded as well on a stream. Because then the cool thing about my streams, cool thing about me being fucking Mr. Cool Guy, is that I always do like a day one or day two stream so that we have like a record of those prices from the online card stores. I like that. For me, that like, you know, tickles my fancy. Mail days PTSD when you showed Gengar VMAX and I never picked it up. You had your chance. You had your chance. A jluv rip and ship would go crazy. Look, it's an idea that's been floated around in the past. That would be like kind of funny to do once in a while. I just joined the stream and I got flipped off. I wasn't flipping off you collectively. I was flipping off one person and it was Kaigas. I thought about it. No, yeah, I thought about it as like doing it as a funny thing one time. But I'm like really bad at like mailing stuff. No, it was never like I'm going to become a rip and shipper. Don't get it twisted. It was like a one-time thing that I would do every now and then for like a bit of fun. For like, you know, as like a special treat. Because I'd be so bad at it. I'd be so bad at it. Because I wouldn't be able to like genuinely give you any energy. I don't care. Why would I be happy for you getting something good? It should be me. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think I was actually thinking back to this when okJLUV pulled the gold Pikachu and Zekrom from TTAS. Do new heads even know what TTAS is? That's another thing I've been thinking about, being an old head. And I remember being like, damn it, I need that. It should have been me. TTAS is old. People don't know what TTAS is. If you don't know what TTAS is right now, just say it. Come clean. Hey, good to see you, Polar Bear. Thanks for jumping in. Targo Jake, I did see you say, I'm coming to Melbs over Easter. Fucking dude, I'm probably not going to be here. Oh, I was going to say, I saw you say I'm coming to Melbs, and I'm like, dude, I can take you out. I can make it up to you. I don't think I'm going to be around, King. I missed $50 TTAS. Yeah, it was a thing. Tag Team All Sex. That's right. Tag Team All Sex is a really good set from 2019. When you buy it, you get sex. Tag Team All Sex. What's up, Faded Angel? How you going? Faded Angel. In Japan for Easter. Don't know. I miss... Dude, okay, people forget that, what is it? Plaza Japan. Plaza Japan used to be the GOAT. People don't know this, right? But Plaza Japan used to be a really great website. Fucking hate this fucking thing. And then what happened was people realized that they could buy from Plaza Japan and then sell whatever they bought for like another $20. And it was still palatable to collectors because it was like $70 for a Japanese booster box. That's awesome. But you could buy from Plaza Japan for like 50. I'm talking Australian dollars, right? 50 Australian dollars, and then you could sell the box for 70, and it was still like a good deal to people. But then because people were fucking spamming that, it broke everything. So there was a period where you could buy Tag Team All-Stars for like peanuts. all day, every day, and it was really fun. And we bought a lot, and we opened a lot, and we had a great time back in 2020, the good old days. Hello, JIT.
The last
What's
time
good?
Plaza Japan was great was Blue Sky Stream, right before EV Heroes. Rest in peace.
Right before EV Heroes. Yeah, right before the faded set. Thank you for following MDS. Welcome to the stream. Why is it a good deal if you factor in shipping? Because relatively, it was a good deal. It's all about relativity. Compared to a 150 Australian dollar booster box, $70 was a decent deal. I thought it was JIT. I just wanted to make sure. When we open a mail soon, JIT. I got Blue Sky Stream for 50 from Plaza Japan. Little did we know that that was the most fucked up set of all time. Blue Sky Stream. Man. Blue Sky Stream. That was a set where you could get 3 super rares in a box, or you could get 0. That was a mistake. They never owned up to that. That was a goddamn mistake. And they never fessed up. That was a goddamn printing mistake.
Is it male Oripa?
There's no Oripa today. Opening Blue Sky Stream and getting a fucking schoolboy. Never wanted to like. I'd never been so angry. Why boo? I'm sorry, I don't have Oripa. That's like going to a pizza store and asking if they got a fucking burger. I'm sorry, I don't have Oripa right now. It's a mail day. It's not Oripa day. Yeah, there was a issue with Blue Sky Stream. People were not getting any SRs, and then other people were getting 3 SRs from one box. It was goddamn stupid. EV Heroes was the official start of the downfall for getting Japanese sets in COVID time. Yeah. Concentrated Evolving Skies. Surely my remaining boxes are 3 SR boxes. Damn, I need one of those. Can you sell me a box of Blue Sky Stream? It's the only Japanese Sword Shield box I don't have that I'm willing to pay money for. I don't have a box of Rebel Clash. I think I found a box of the Center Scorch set. I think it's Rebel Clash. What? No, it wasn't called Rebel Clash. It was called like VMAX fuckers. What was it called? It was like VMAX Rising. That's it. VMAX Rising, Sword, and Shield. I don't have those 3 boxes. And the Center Scorch set. I think I might have a Center Scorch set floating about. And I don't have a Blue Sky Stream box. I got gaudy in my EV Heroes. I died a little. So here's a little nugget for you guys. So I heard a little story that and I can't like this. It's unsubstantiated claim, but I heard a little story around about when the X-ray stuff was coming out. Do you guys remember the CT scanning stuff last year in August? Who could forget? That was when I ruined sealed collecting because I made a video talking about a thing that somebody else did. Great. Fucking just awesome time. Really great period of my life. That was awesome. When I had people like shitting on me for talking about something other people did. Fantastic. Anyway, around about that time, I heard a story that a lot of Japanese middlemen was sending over like millions of dollars worth of EV Heroes to the US. And funnily enough, those boxes just didn't have good hits in them. So I believe it, even though it's rumor, conjecture, I fucking don't doubt that for a second and being a thing, because there were a lot of people getting gaudy. A lot. Like a very weird amount of people just getting gaudies. It was very odd. But yeah, the story was that they were being scanned over there, then shipped over here, knowing that they had jack shit in them. And it adds up because a lot of EV Heroes chase cards, Umbreon was, you know, at its peak around then, like 2.5, 3,000 Australian dollars. So what the hell? Why, if you could just scan it and find out if it's got that great card in it, why would you sell it to the US? Just sell all the dud boxes to the US. But the story is that it was millions dollars of worth, not millions of boxes, but like millions worth. And I just wouldn't put it past what happens over there with the middlemen. I opened a single box of EV Heroes and got the Umbreon VMAX. I never had an issue, but I never bought boxes from resellers. I never bought boxes from foreign resellers. Seems like it would take a long time to scan, but I definitely believe late case boxes that were more filtered. I mean, if you could just scan a case and filter it, like, why wouldn't you? I bet Goated Paul's got those boxes. I mean, that's why people started putting juice boxes in them, because they knew most people weren't going to even open them up. You bought yours from a random dude on Facebook for like $80. Well, that's his fault for selling it. Why sell a box for $80? It's not even worth it at that point. Why sell something for $50? Whatever. I know why. I know. But like, you got to do it on a scale for it to be like worth it. I know, Chad, I know. Destin Rivals is so getting scanned. Yeah, that's a wait and see, eh? Wouldn't surprise me. I still vehemently believe that Destin Rivals and this Team Rocket set are going to be like the start of the end. It's going to be the last straw. It's going to be like the last bit that people can take. Because the next set is a black and white set, and just the black and white nostalgia just isn't there for people. So a lot of people are going to walk away. I mean, you already see it. All it takes is like a less than, like, just an average looking set. And I think Hot Air Arena has like great cards individually, but it just doesn't have like great cohesiveness the same way Battle Partners did. And so already people are just like off Heatwave Arena. Like, they've cashed in, all the resellers have facilitated it and enabled it. They've cashed in, and now it's like, oh, actually, we fucking don't like this at all, and now it's going to go back to normal. But if you got sucked in, you just like cop spending 125 US on a box. Hey, it's Quicksilver. He's always lurking. Yeah, I mean, you said it best a few weeks ago, right? The nostalgia is there, but it's the nostalgia that the people that have the nostalgia are people that are like 20 years old on Twitter, or like just, they're like people that are not materialistic with Pokemon in the same way that like a older collector is. So yeah, I agree with you. There are fans. It's not that there's not fans. It's just that the type of fan is so different that they're just not going to care. I think the black and white set is going to be sick. It's going to be really weird. It'll be interesting to see if they go back to N in that set in some way. I feel like they will. And I wouldn't be opposed to it. Isn't it crazy to sit back and realize how scam-filled and mistrusting this whole Pokemon space is, though? Well, I guess and no. I mean, almost everybody in this is in it to just sell you something. But like, everybody that's been doing that has shown you that that's what they've been doing for years. So it's not like, it's like when you realize it, it's like you should actually be like, oh, wait, how'd I let that happen when it was all in front of me? And supporter probs. Just give me Reshi and Zekrom SARs. The nostalgia is there, but the people who are nostalgic for it don't have money. I think they have money. It's just that they value like different things in life. Like, they're happy to just enjoy it without having to spend like all this. Like, they're self-aware. Like, they're aware enough of what's going on to be like, yeah, I'm not partaking in this and just not pay for it. AR pump is gone now. There's a guy on Twitter, I actually like all his posts. That guy's spitting fire every time he posts. What's his name? I retweeted it. Daniel, Deadshot 242, posting about how the drowsy pump is dead. Card Rush still trying to pump AR. Well, they can try. What's Groudon looking like? Well, let's go have a look then, eh? Run an ad break. Fine, gives us a little bit of time to load this up. A quick update for the people following my Monster Hunter saga. So I'm back to where I was when my save glitched, but I can't play online. Every time I go online, I crash now. Joe Guyman, who is the legend that you see in the chat sometimes, helped me out big time with that. Got me back to where I was before the crash. But I still can't play online because every time I go online, the game crashes. Okay, so if you don't know, this is Joe Guyman from the chat. Some people don't know who Joe Guyman is. Joe Guyman from the chat. That's who he is, isn't it? He's Joe Guyman from the chat. That's who he is. It's not like I just said who he was in a really unorthodox manner. PP Man, I did see you jump in. What's cooking, PP Man? Good to see you. See, look, it's Joe Guyman right there in the chat. Joe Guyman from the chat is here. Jared Ishii, what's good? Good to see you. Joe Monman from TikTok. Do we have any TikTok fans in the chat? I fucking love saying shit like that. That's like one of my like secret favorite pastimes. Do we have anybody that likes Instagram in the chat? Do we have any internet users here today? Any Pokemon fans in the chat? No, this is a good account. This is probably one of the best TikTok accounts out there on the app TikTok. Any TikTok users in the chat? Joe Guyman from the chat has made a TikTok account called Joe Monman where he goes over the artwork from the Sword and Shield era. And I really like these videos. I'm all about it. Do we have any jluv watchers in the chat? So if you're on TikTok or Instagram, and he's also on YouTube, I have to do this because he helped me out. If I don't, I'm a really bad friend. Joe Monman. I should make commands for these. This is Joe being an influencer and we love him. We love him for it. No, but seriously, if you like my style of content where I like, you know, glaze the artists, then you'll like Joe's stuff, who's doing something similar and like even taking it a step further. And he's more critical than me. He's not afraid to say how it is. Whereas I'm like, look, I still love him. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be mad at these people when the card isn't like insane. So check out Joe Mon, man. I liked those shorts you used to do when you were yelling. Yeah, I have thought about I've got an idea for one that I want to make, but I need someone to come and help me do it. IRL. They were fun. But yeah, give Joe some love. All right, enough about Joe. Back to me. On my okJLUV. Mark Dyson, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Mark Dyson from Twitter. Do we have any Twitter users in the chat? Mark Dyson is a guy that I met on Twitter and then I met IRL. Nice guy. Okay. Where were we? Hey, it's Primal Lugia from PokerGuardian.com. Do we have any people that go to the website Poker? Okay, I'm going to stop because people are like, get on with the show, jluv. All right, so this is Card Rush's day one prices for Hot Air Arena. You may have seen it called Heatwave Arena, Hot Air, Heatwave, whatever. It's like every time a Japanese set gets like announced, you always get 2 different or 3 different interpretations of the name. Every time. Just fucking align. Align. You know what I'm saying? Align yourselves. This is Card Rush, Japanese website where you can buy singles. If you have a black ship or reshipping account, you can buy the singles, send it to the Japanese address, then send them back to you. That's what I do a lot, and that's where a lot of my mail comes from. Card Rush traditionally the most expensive out of all of them, but they give you a bit of an idea of what the card stores in Japan are probably selling the cards for, anywhere from like 10 to 30% more expensive than what the physical stores will be selling them for. So day one prices, these have probably gone down since the stream started. But hey, you know what? Relatively low, you know, that's pretty expensive. The Garchomp and the Ho-Oh Ultra Rare. This is the first time I'm seeing these. Ethan looks kind of derpy in this one. But I don't hate it. It's all right. He looks a bit weird. I think it's because of the gold outline and the gold eyebrows. It looks like, it just looks a bit odd. But I guess all these Ultra Rares kind of look like that. Yeah. I feel like they did him a little bit dirty, eh? He just looks a bit derpy. I like his SAR is sick. See, this is what I mean though. This is like super stupid. So, like these gold cards will probably come down to like 2,000 or 3,000 yen. If we go look at battle partners, right? You'll see the gold cards are like nowhere near the top. And Zoroark, which is like not a bad card from a play perspective, because of the ability, it's trade. The gold is 3.5. So like expect to see the same kind of thing happen to this. These are just always like really propped up on day one. You know, Salamence I remember was like 8,000 yen. Lily was 80,000 yen at one point. And Zoroark was 25,000 yen. They always halve. They tend to halve. Right? But like, yeah, you know, the Mavistiff is like what, 4,300 yen. So it's probably a little bit cheaper in store. Not a lot of love for that card. I think this is a better card personally, and it's only like 4,000 or 5,000 yen more than the gold, right? I personally think this is a better card. I really like this card. This is like because we were talking about this last stream. We thought Pichu was going to get an art rare, but they didn't. I think it went to a different lightning Pokemon. Yo, what's up, Moddy? Good to see you. Thanks for coming down. How you going, Moddy? But this is really good. I like this a lot. What's this Pokemon called again? I guess this is the closest we're getting to that Cyndaquil art rare. But I like the style. Really good. Probably the best SAR from the set, right? Big man Trevor says, Slugma, he said it. Slugma nuts. I did see this. A lot of hate on this card. This card got a lot of hate. Because people were comparing it to, is it Legendary Shine Collection? Shaman? Maybe there's just like not a lot of Shaman love out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, why all of a sudden are we like firing up about Shaman? Oh, they were comparing it to the Pocket. Right. Okay. You know, fun fact, it's hard to find like high res images of the Pocket cards online. I think the highest res I found was like, it was like freaking 400 pixels. Because it won't be expensive. People don't like it. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough, but I didn't see a good website that had a good library of them. Pocket Mog discard. Look, yeah, there's better Shaman cards out there. I think we can all agree at this point that there are a lot of TCG Pocket cards that look better than IRL cards. But that's just how it is. You get both. Just go to pocketcardres.com. Damn, okay. I'm a noob. Alright, Shaman. Okay, pocketcardres.com. Did you just make up a fucking... You just make that up? I didn't type enter there. I typed enter. I typed pocketcardres.com and then I didn't hit enter. And then I went to Google and I Googled it first and then I realized. I fucking realized. All right. I was close. Because I believe you, because I trusted you. That's why. Oh, I downloaded it. Yeah, okay. So like, I'm not gonna lie. This is better than the art rare. I just, like, it just is. I know art is subjective, but I think this is better. But you got both, so it's like whatever. I'm not gonna like get hung up on it. You know what I mean? This Shaman's pretty dope. It's on the dark web. I'm just not looking hard enough. But like that's a crazy price for that. Like what, 1,300 yen? Nah, ain't no way, dude. Dude, all these. Why is this Crustle like $1 million? The Rotom is like, what the hell? Is the Crustle actually good? It is Takamiwata though. Oh, EX Pokemon can't damage this. But it's a stage 1. It is a Takamiwata card, so that's kind of dope. But 1,200 yen? Nah, ain't no way. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell. Oh, this is the Lightning Pokemon. Name. It's not Manectric. It's Electrike. Pooh, Electrike. Oh, I'm still in the Pokemon fan good graces. Yes. Nakamura Ippon, second art rare. I'm not in love with this. No, I'm not in love with this at all. I feel like they've tried to blend their personal style too much into this card. I'm not in love with this. I feel like this card might be one of those ones that looks much better in person. I just think that the way that they've drawn Electrike kind of clashes with the style of the rest of the card. Electrike is like super flat, like two-tone, extremely flat. Not a lot of, like, no shading at all. Too much grass for no reason. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're going for in the wild, like they're in the wild kind of vibe. Grass is respecting it while it's pooing. Hey, yo. I'm not in love with this one. A Pichu AR would have been a bit better, eh? Hydrapple's sick. Always good to see Jerky. This I really like. Tiger Kayama. 680 yen. It'll be cheaper. Like, these are all be, like Ziddy's saying, like, these aren't going to hold up this high. Let's see what's sold out, though. Ooh, Garchomp's pretty pricey. Sold out at 40,000 yen. Ho-Oh at 30,000 doesn't seem, like, outrageous. So if that comes down to, like, 12,000 yen, that's pretty dope. I think that's sick. Like if this is 28,000 yen, which is what N Zoroark was at, and it comes down to about 12,000, 13,000 yen, that's an instant pickup, because that's the price that you're paying most likely or close to for a Japanese booster box if you're buying from a reseller. So why would you ever buy the box at that price and then gamble when you could just get one of the best cards from the set? This will come down in a month. By the time Gloria Team Rocket comes out, everybody will have forgotten about these cards, moved on. There will be no motion for them. When I say no motion for them, I mean like for like Hype Bros, Investor Bro, Crypto Bros, like there'll just be no motion for it. And you'll be able to just like get it at like a super chill price. Ali said that I feel like this card might be one of those ones that look much better in person. The Electrike? Maybe. Yeah. I think that's kind of like all there is to really hope for, eh? What would make Glory of Team Rocket mid, though? Like, we can all kind of agree, right, that like a lot of the cards in the set are good. Like here, I'm gonna give you my tier list, right? I'll straight up give you my tier list. This is just off the rip, right? Okay, so this is me. All right, I like this. Let's just go from. All right, Yamega, like it. Yama, like it. Roserade, like it. Shaman, nah. Crustle, Hydrapple, like it. Rapidash, yep. Typhlosion, dope. Missy, Psyduck, dope. Lapras, dope. Electrike, yeah. Rotom, dope. Greenant, nah. Yeah, Mega, and then like all SRs for the tip. I'm sorry. I like this. Judgment's kind of cool. That's whatever. It's like they're all right. Not a fan of not a Yang Mega fan. So like not really feeling anything here. I think this will look cool in person. Kind of like how the Salamence looks dope in person. But that's sick. The Ho-Oh is sick. The Garchomp is sick. Mabastiff is... It's okay. Arven looks kind of funny in it. Fun card. Good energies. This is sick. So, like... Of this list, like, Shaman's not really doing it for me. Crustle's not really moving me. Electrike's not really moving me. That's 3 cards. The SR's... always terrible. So, like this is what are we doing here? Who ticked that off? Who ticked this off? I just need to know. Like, who gave that the okay? I hate it. I hate it. It's so bad. Yellow on green. Why do they keep bringing back this gross shade of green? I got a Clefairy SR from Battle Partners, and the texture laying with the trainers looks better than I thought. Compared to online, still wish they did something a bit different though. Look, they're a step in the right direction, but like these ones are a step in the right direction. They're a step in the right direction. But like even then I feel like they're still dropping the ball. Like why does Cynthia look like, why is it a custard background? Like custard? I guess it works against Garchomp, kinda. But it's a weird, it's like custard. This is like, I don't even fucking know what's going on. Like, you got green, yellow, and red in the background. And then everything's got a green outline. What? Why does he go from red to orange? And none of it makes sense. It just looks, it's just a mix of colors. What's with this custard again? It's weird. It's better in person. It's kind of like whatever. Like, yeah, the texture and effect on them does look good. Like, they're detailed. Like, look, these are a step in the right direction, right? They're an improvement upon traditional, like, full art secret rares, right? But, like, this makes me want to do, like, serious crimes. This makes me want to, like, do really bad crime. Like, full-on crime. This makes me want to do, like, GTA Wanted level 6 crime. This will turn people evil. This has zero redeeming qualities. Whereas this would bring world peace. This binder broke. It's so annoying. Imagine a zip falling off your binder. This is what they should look like. Like, this is what they should look like. And I'll be like generous, and I won't just go, you know, because you can like rip this out and be like, oh, well, it's a legendary, so of course it looks better, right? But this is like, why is this not what we're getting as like a standard? Like, they actually tried with the background. Like, the colors make sense. And then if you want to simplify it, like, here's a really simple Blastoise. Right? And it still looks sick. And, you know, that's it. Put a bit of shading, some dark shadows there on the brow. There's no giveaway. I'm not giving away anything. And then you look at like a Pokemon that isn't a legendary and you just go with a Mulga. And like, it just works. That's it. Is it groundbreaking? No, but it's pleasing. They intentionally nerfed SRs to make SARs look better and be the bigger chase. Let the people decide. That's what I'm saying, you know? Let the people decide. Don't nerf, don't nerf something to prop something else up. It's a bad way of doing it. SARs can stand on their own. Can't make everything good, but you can make everything like at least decent. Current SRs are insulting. All right, where were we? How much was Misty's side arc? 4,000 yen. Rapidash sold out at 780 yen. Old man yells at card. Literally, dude. I think these will come down, like, you know, 3,800 yen and then 4,000 yen. The best looking battle part, or the most popular battle partners art rares were what? This was like 4,000 yen at one point. Now it's 1,500. And then Ends Reshiram. Is it even here or is it sold out? Well, Ends Reshiram sold out. What's it sold out at? Why is everything out of order? No, it's here as B, condition B, 1,300. It is sold out. It's sold out at 780 yen. Did I just miss it? Sort by most expensive. Is it sold out or am I just losing my goddamn mind? It's sold out, but it would be probably like 1,800 yen. Why don't you sort by price? I did. Sorry, I didn't the first time around. What's it sold out at? Condition A. 1,800 yen, you know? This is day one. This is people just like day one and stuff. So like, pay no mind to these. Know they'll come down. If you've been around for a long time, you kind of know that anyway. If you're new, trust me, bro, they're going to come down. They always do. Source, jluv said so. Yeah, Source jluv said so. I think we need to start moving towards trust me. Source me and trust me, I'm right. Instead of in the past where I'd be like, well, maybe. No, I'm being definitive now. They will come down. They always do. If they don't, I'll change my name to... What will I change my name to, chat? Imagine spending $130 on a box from a US reseller and pulling Mabastiff SR. Yeah, well, people keep doing it. And resellers should be ashamed of themselves. It is not a good business model. It's not a healthy business model. And it's not a business model that... It's a business model that doesn't encourage a healthy, sustainable collector space. Milking their little cows, literally. I came for mail, not yap. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to do a lot here today. People wanted to... We agreed at the start of the stream. We wanted to have a look at some of the card prices. The best I've seen here is 90, but that's still way too high. Way too high. You know, it just... At some point, you gotta like stop enabling shitty practices. Like... You become part of the problem if you enable it. You don't, at no point do you have to do any of this stuff. Do you have to resell these cards? At no point do you have to buy and pay the price that the middleman in Japan is asking of you and import it and then list it on your website. You don't have to. you've put yourself in a position where you are dependent on doing that. And that's your problem. And if people are criticizing it for you, you can't arc your back up and say, it's my business and my livelihood. I've got a family to support. Like, no, you need to just wear the criticism because you're enabling a shitty situation. And a good business is a sustainable business model that doesn't bring harm and just primarily just brings good. Like a bakery, for example. You know, you just sell bread. It doesn't hurt anybody. So, like, I know that's like a really loose example, but you look at like pretty much any other business, like video game stores, they just sell the stuff and they don't like exploit their customer base and then be like, well, I have no choice. I don't like it. I don't like it. And it's why we're in this situation we're in. I think people have been hand waving it for too long. And so if you're new and you're watching this channel because you're like new to the space and there are a lot of new people coming in, all this stuff will come down in price. It will practically half, including the price of the box. So if you get conned into buying a box at $130 US, you're being taken advantage of. If you're okay with it, well then I guess you're okay with it. But I think deep down that's cope because no one would be happy with that. There's just no way. I think it's just like full on cope. And it doesn't have to be this way. It didn't used to be this way. Would I open a store? No, because like, I mean, that's not why I go online. You know, I'm not here to go on, I'm not here to sell stuff. It's just not, it's not what I was put here to do. I said this ages ago. I could have done that 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I could have started reselling Japanese and I would have made a mint. And I probably wouldn't be making content. I'd just be like fucking taking advantage of the arbitrage between selling Japanese products overseas, but it's not what I wanted to do, so I didn't do it. I could have done it at any point, even with singles, and it would have been lucrative because people don't know better. Would I open an in-person store? Nah, it's just not fulfilling enough for me. I like making stuff. So yeah, that's the situation with the Hot Air Arena. All those card prices will come down. Single collectors stay winning. That card looks sick. And that's about it. I started September last year and it's crazy to see how much it snowballed this quick. Yeah, the last 6 months have been ridiculous. Really, really crazy. All right. Are we doing this? Is it time for mail, chat? Is it time for mail? Do you hear that creak? That time you didn't hear it because I muted it. Where's my taskbar at? Thank you. No, you're welcome, Mitchie. Thank you. Let me just get a bunch of stuff off my screen real quick. Whoop. That's the wrong button. Not as crazy as the summer madness of 2023. I actually think this is crazier than 2023, personally. Are there a lot of Pokemon shops in Australia? Yeah, there's a bunch. We got a bunch of stores here. Before we go too far today, chat, does the bitrate feel off? Because last stream I was having a bit of issues with bitrate. And I just want to make sure we're all good today before I start doing all this mail stuff. Yeah, there's tons of card stores do though. It's probably exacerbated because the economy isn't doing well, so people are looking to pump flip harder. Yeah, that too. I mean, I guess that's why you get all those like entitled people at the vending machines, because like they're depending on getting that. Because like they go to the vending machines and it's literally a machine that doubles your money or triples it. You put in 50 and buy an ETB, you sell it for triple. It's like literally a money tripling machine. And so a lot of people are treating it like that. You think this is just the beginning? I think this is the middle of it. And it's about to just its ass is about to fall out of it. Alrighty. Full disclosure, chat. We're putting today's stream on YouTube as a video, so you're gonna get a little bit of YouTube action in this video. Oh. How old is this mail? It is old mail. This mail spans... Oh man, I hate this camera. This mail spans back like what, 2 years? 2.5 years maybe? Let us choose the packet. We can do that. I'm down with that. I'm down for that. This mail is so old, little Sigma should call him brother. I work as a fraud analyst at one of the big banks in the US, and let me you how crazy stuff is. I see what you're saying, August. Now that you're opening it, it's basically like getting free cards. It's a little bit like that. I don't think there's any 4-year mail here, although you never know. Last mail day I watched, I was in high school. Now I'm almost 30. Shut up, dude. All right. How do we do these again? I forgot. I haven't done one of these for a while. I have not opened any mail, Sikri. We were going over Hot Air Arena cards. Give me one sec, chat.
Muted AF.
Oh, there's no way! There's no way! I was fully muted! There's no way! There's no way! Fully muted! I felt good about that one. There's no way! A lot of you guys have been asking for a mail day, and I'm here to say finally I'm doing it. I have a bunch of mail that I buy from Japan, and then for some reason I never open it. The reason is because I save it for these videos, and then I never make these videos. But today I'm making the videos, so we're gonna go back in time, maybe like 2. This isn't all the mail, by the way, and it's not from Australia. It's from Japan. Trust me, bro. We're gonna go back in time and see what I picked up 2, maybe 3 years ago. I hate that I was muted. I felt really good about that take. This is not my 4th try at the intro. There's a whole bunch of it here. I've got this box here, and then I've got this other box here. This other box here. Not my first time making this video, by the way. Look, there's like so much of it. These, this one, this one, these ones, which I know are vintage. You can tell by the envelope. I remember where I bought them from. And don't look at my address. This one here as well. So let's start a very overdue mail day. I've heard the calls. I'm here to deliver. It's time. All right. Which do you want me to start with first? What kind of package? You want me to go with like a modern or a vintage one? Can't. It's too hot. Hottest room ever. This is the hottest room in the whole world. No, that time I wasn't on mute. All right. Whoops. This one. So we can start with something like this, which I'm pretty sure is like modern, or this, which I think is like modern as well, or this, which I know is probably vintage. That's also vintage. Or maybe it's not. I don't know what this is. This could be anything. This could be like promos. Can I get a quick vibe check in the chat? What do you want? What do you want to see first? What are we kicking this off with? A few people saying vintage. A few people saying the illusion of choice. The bubble wrapped one. Big man Trevor. I'm seeing a lot of people say vintage. I feel like it's a vintage angle. We can start with this one. All right. So I can have a quick look actually. What does the date on it say? Does it have a date on it? It's got the markers for a date, but doesn't have a date on it. The number, okay, so the black ship number, because I got a lot of this sent to black ship. The black ship number starts with 2. And I know black ship is up to like 4 with their packages, maybe even 5. So this is like half, this is like a package that's from like when black ship had half the amount of packages. How do you like even explain that? Do you know what I'm saying? Black ship gets a bunch of packages. The black ship number starts with like 4 or 5 now. The black ship number on this one starts with 2. So how old would it be? It's like one of those, it's like one of those riddles. It's like a maths problem that you're getting like a maths textbook. All right. It could just be a whole lot of nothing, by the way. I could have bought something really stupid. Oh, okay. It is a V. Oh, it's a VS. Is it just one VS card? What? It's just one little VS card. Wait. There's no way I did this and I didn't get scissors. I was supposed to have scissors. I'm back with scissors. Okay. This is like Anthony Edwards Gatorade. Why? That feels like I'm pretty sure somebody's made that joke in this stream before. Okay, so there's 2 VS cards. So there's 3. Why did I buy this? Because I am trying to finish off VS. I'm trying to master set VS. So Togekiss for 1,000 yen seems decent. In pretty good condition. It's a bit of a, we're warming up. All right, we're easing into this. Condition's pretty solid. Pretty good. Happy with that. Good. That's going into the VS binder. The VS binder became a thing because I bought, I've always liked VS cards, right? But, I'm going to sneeze. I'm not. Sneeze. Fake out. I've always been a big admirer of the VS series, right? But when I was in Japan in 2023, I ended up selling some cards and then bought Karen's Umbreon. So I was like, I'm going to go for it now because I've got like the chase card from the set. So that's why. Okay, pretty good ad. And then I've got Persian. 500 yen. So whenever I see these and they're in good condition, I kind of just pick them up. I feel like there's like an abundance of VS cards out there, but also at the same time not. Because like they pop up and then they just don't for a while. So this is in great condition, but it's not like one of the chase cards from the sets. Obviously, it's just a common. When you buy VS packs or when you open VS packs, I feel like VS packs have like 30 cards in them. A bunch of them are just energies, but VS packs have like a huge amount of cards in them. And then we got Lickitung as well. So the big problem with my VS binder is that I don't put all the cards in it. Like I haven't got a VS binder dedicated. I've got a binder with VS cards in it, but it's not like dedicated and like in order with its gaps and stuff missing. But these are in really great nick, so I'm happy with that. I feel like it's time for me to start putting them in a binder in order. Three VS cards added there. I can show you the binder, right? So this is the binder where the binder? What? It's because I read Vault X. This is not an insert, but you can get these binders from Vault X's website. And you can save 10% off with jLUV's code, so that's pretty sick. This is one of my favorite Vault X binders because I love the color of purple that they used. So this is like a binder that's like a halfway home for a lot of cards. A mix of E-series and then like a mix of VS cards. So I feel like there were like a whole bunch of VS holos here at one point and then I've moved them. Don't ask me why. So there's like see, I already have the Lickitung. But that's whatever. So there's like a whole bunch of random like E-series and VS cards just kind of like floating about. And it will... Oh, here we go. No, here's a bigger lot of my VS cards. Why'd I move them? I don't know why. There's not a... You know, the reasons why I do things, they make sense at the time. And then I forget. Cool. You can support the channel by using jLUV's code there whenever you buy a Vault X binder. Vault X binders are actually coming to Australia. Finally. And I'm talking about like the whole series. So that is something that's brewing over the next few weeks. Keep an eye out for that. All right. Does a decent start. Should we... Did my innie move? Dude, I lost the 151 Mew SAR. I have one in Japanese because I pulled it because I made a video of me opening up 151 and I pulled it in that video and I don't know where it is. So yes, my innie moved it. All right, what are we doing? Are we going modern? I feel like modern now, right? I'm pretty sure this is a modern pack. This is a modern package with the number 2 at the front. See, look. 2023. Hey, I'm not lying. October 20th, 2023. 6:30 p.m. So what's that? A year and a half. See, it's old. I told you I wasn't lying. So now we know. Some of these are from 2023. Don't ask me why. Will Little Sigma appreciate VS cards? Did you hear him? That was his answer. I don't know what this... 2023 is really weird. What was happening in 2023? In October? What came out in 2023 around October? That would have been after Ruler of the Black Flame. It would have been after Raging Surf. There's a lot of them. So I feel like they're going to be like art rares. Paradox Rift. 151. That's an Erica's Master Ball. What? I think that these started to come down in price and I was like, I'm going to get some 151 cards. There's a lot of 151 cards here. What? This is a weird one. There's a lot in here. Okay. What do we got? We have Master Ball Erica's Invitation from Pokemon 151. Not the Pikachu though. I need the Pikachu. It's all 151 cards, I think. This is a sick card. How are we doing this? We'll go one after the other and then I'll do some close-ups. So I bought 2 Blastoise. I think this is me being like, 151 cards have gotten a little bit cheaper. I'm going to buy some. Because I think all the cards in 151 look sick and I want to like have pages of them. Japanese 151 was sick. I couldn't justify buying and opening boxes, but I could justify just buying singles. I bought a bucket load of Blastoise. I think I got my page. Is that another one? Oh my, why did I buy at least 5 Blastoise? It's just all Blastoise. No, I think the next one's a Venusaur. Yeah, next one's a Venusaur. I love this card. Okay, I love this artist, Yoriyuki Kagami. I love this artist so much. I think this could be one of my favorite cards of like the last 3 years period. Yoriyuki Kagami is a sick artist. They drew the Gardenia's Vigor from V-Star Universe. Wicked card. It's just so good. I feel like this could be one of the best Venusaur cards ever. Like, how many Venusaur cards are better than this? Can you think of any? It's so good. Game Boy Venusaur is good. Celebi Venusaur Tag Team, that's a good card. So I bought 5 of each. God damn, look at this. What was I cooking that? Mate, in 2023, October, I must have been feeling really good. Did they do a CD promo one? There is a CD promo Venusaur. And then this. But what I really need is the Pikachu. I bought him for Little Sigma. Did I find out when? No, because maybe that's what it was. Wait, when was he born? When was my son born? Maybe I actually think that's what it was. I actually think it was like, okay, there's going to be a kid next year. I'm going to have a little bit of fun before that happens. This is in pretty good nick. No complaints there. That's fine. Well, yeah, these all did get like silly cheap. They got to what they should have been before everyone sort of like boomed them. No, I remember when my son was born. I just couldn't remember going back in time to when we would have been like, let's have a baby. You know what I meant? Hey, how good's the texture on this? It's like there's a whirlpool. Yeah? The Venusaur is better than this though. I gotta say, I think the Venusaur is probably the best special art rare from the set between the Blastoise, the Venusaur, and the Charizard. Excluding like the Alakazam and the Zapdos, which are also cool. I just love this card so much. Ask my son when he was born. God, look how good this one is. Everything about this is just sick. I know when my son was born. His birthday is really close to mine. Real jluv fans would know that. Just so good. Like, Venusaur, the blue of Venusaur, right? Just in the middle of it, they stand out so much, but they blend in at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You just get that feeling of them hiding there, but they're also like very clearly there. And the texture work on it, so good. One of their best cards. I love this artist. All right. So that is a little bit of a, that is definitely a little goblin package there. Move that to the side. All right. Do we want to look at something a little bit more recent? I don't think there's a 5 Zard one because the Zard was always really expensive because it's Zard. Do we want to do something a bit more recent? Or do we want to go back to vintage? What are we doing? Are we going vintage or are we going modern? Jit wants vintage. All right. I'm going to answer the call. What's up, Murray? How you going? All right. It's another old package. We'll go vintage and then we'll go modern. We'll go like really modern. That's another old package. They're all really old. All right. How about this, Secret? We'll go modern after this. We'll go like recent. So a lot of these I bought from, you can tell if you're buying a lot of Japanese cards, you'll know based on the packaging, but they've come from Mandarake. Mail day video is always really weird because like I kind of like leak, I don't have to, but like people will ask. Blendy, cut that from the VOD. The YouTube frogs don't have to know. Okay, what do we got? More VS. So usually when I'm buying vintage, I'm buying VS. Or I'm buying like E-series stuff. Just kind of stuff that doesn't pop up often, that is like kind of like, pops up like kind of randomly, or intermittently maybe is probably the better word for it. Sometimes in these packages, random holos will appear, because what I'll do is, I'll buy like, I'll find like an E-series holo that I really want, and then I'll buy like a bunch of other cheapies around it, or like commons and stuff, just to like kind of like fill the package out and make it a little bit more fun. So we got a mill tank there to start with. Did the previous VS package have a mill tank in it? What was it? It was, no, it was Togekiss, and then it was Persian, and then it was Lickitung. So don't have this one, but I feel like this is probably in the binder. Oh, nice. I do own this though, but I've got another one. And I think usually what I do is I buy them if I see them for like, you know, 2,000 yen. Maybe in the hopes that it's a little bit in better condition than the other one that I've got. So I'll pull these out so you can see them front and center. I don't think I have this. The Mag Cargo. Kimiya Masago. And, ooh, that's actually a really nice Houndoom. Kusajima. I don't think I have one of these. So, but I kind of hope I do already have one because I want to put this in my Kusajima binder. Underrated artists, I never hear them mention Masago or Kusajima. Because honestly, both. But Masago stopped illustrating around about 2009, I think. Kusajima hasn't drawn a card for ages though. Ayakusabe, they're a goat artist. Yeah, a little bit of winding up at the top, that's fine. Very off center, but that's kind of like par for the course with this set. The golden ratio Houndoom. Wait, what does that mean? What does golden ratio Houndoom mean? Kimiya Masago. I'm pretty sure they drew that Alakazam. You know the one. The E-Series Alakazam that's like very dark. And like the Blastoise that what's the golden? Is that is the golden ratio the thing that goes like you know the Alakazam I'm talking about, right? Same artist that drew the Blastoise that's like in the water. And it's like at the perspective of them from like below the water, and they're like, you know the one. It'll pop up on the screen. Ayakusube, the Ampharos. I feel like Ayakusube gets their flowers though, Joe. Sick card though. These are always in really good condition. No subtle marks or anything on them. Do the artists choose the texture pattern when they illustrate the art, or does another department just add texture where they think it should go? It's a good question. I don't know the answer to it. I feel like they might have some creative input, but I feel like because like based on the part of the process that I do understand, which is that artist gets a brief, they draw the card, they provide the illustration, they send it to creatures review it, provide feedback. I feel like that feedback that comes from creatures probably directs them towards like altering the illustration so that it adapts to like, or like it suits the kind of texture that they want to put on it. But I don't think the artist really has that much input into it. I have the Kuzujima Weezing and Tentacruel E-Series Holo, such dope arts. Kuzujima is probably one of the most underrated artists out there. They don't get a lot of love because they haven't been drawing for a long while. They haven't drawn a card for a while, but they're probably one of my favorite artists. And if you look at all of Kuzujima's cards over from like start to end, the way that their style develops and changes, it's just so sick. All right, so where am I putting these? All right, what are we doing? Are we doing modern now? Do we want to go like super modern? Something like in the last 6 months? All right, I gotta find something more recent. There's like, I think it's this left box. All right, so all of these packages here, I'm pretty sure are Card Rush packages. And I feel like they're gonna be art rares. Maybe an SAR mixed in somewhere. So I can go with that. I'll just pick this one. I don't know what this is. Look, it can either be like really cool or really flat. You don't want to see the receipt. You don't need to see the receipt. We only want bangers. Thing is, PP Man, I don't know what is me pleading with PP Man. I don't know what's in any of these. Like, I have a vague understanding, but no clear recollection. Please, PP Man, understand. I don't have a choice. All right. Anyone that deals with Japanese packs, is black and white easy to find? You know who would be a good person to ask about that? Poker Oki on Instagram. All right. So one thing is in a top loader, and then 5 others aren't. All right, we got art rares. I don't know why I've got these art rares, but I do. This was a sick card though. Akira Komayama. Beautiful stuff. Ooh, okay. What do we got here? This is some Night Wanderers stuff. I wonder what is the card at the very back. Great card, great artist. This is Mask of Change. Okay. Is Monkey Dory Mask of Change? SV6. Fake fan. Yeah, you don't know
Pussio,
one
my
set.
little pickle,
You don't know one card and
kombucha.
which set it's exactly from, and all of a
These
sudden you're a fake
nuts.
fan.
Have a nice day.
There's no leniency in Pokemon, is there? All right, Monkey Dory. This is great. Nakuda, thank you so much for the resub. Anything cool on your mail day? You tell me, Nakuda. Thank you for 46 months, you absolute legend. That's awesome. The Monkey Dory was a promo in Shrouded Fable ETBs. The illustration rare, that is. I feel like I don't have one. Sick card though. Okay, so this is crazy, but wait, all right, let's do it this way. I played against somebody at a regional that was meant to have a Pheasantipity EX in their deck, but when they submitted their deck list, they submitted this Pheasantipity. They were playing Charizard, so they just randomly had this illustration rare Pheasantipity in their deck that did not do what Pheasantipity EX was supposed to do. All right, Dusuke illustration rare there. Rate this. Was this Dusuke's first illustration rare? Kodora. I feel like it was. I feel like this was their first illustration rare. All right, and then I have a... Oh, okay, no, this is a cool package. Okay. We got Tatsugiri. Which I just think was like a sick card. I think I pulled one of these, but I just wanted to have another one. Because it's just like all around a sick card. Such a sick artist, Osade. You go on Osade's Twitter, they have so much Pokemon fan art. They love Pokemon. They're like a full-on, like, they're deep in it. Okay, Kieran. I like this card. It is Tears It All. I feel like there are two cards in here. There are. So for some reason, Kieran wasn't... Well, that's weird. You know, now I think I kind of know what the card is behind. I feel like it's Carmine. Why didn't they... They just didn't even sleeve the Kieran. Yeah, it's Carmine. Okay, sweet. So I picked these up when they got... Like, I think they, like, got their cheapest. Because people just, like, stopped caring about these cards. I knew that this Kieran was going to have sick texturing. And it does not disappoint. How good is that? So good. I don't think a bad Tier 0 card even exists. It doesn't exist. A bad Tier 0 card does not exist. You bought a bunch? Of course you did, you little goblin corn king. Sick card. Carmine is really good. And Morikura. If you guys... We were talking a bit about Eevee Heroes before. So there were two trainers in Eevee Heroes. The other one was the Aroma Lady by En Morikura, who is just a phenomenal Japanese artist, not just in Pokemon, but in their professional works or their other works too. Every card they draw, every trainer they draw is just like perfection. Oop, careful there. The texture, I feel like the texture work on the Kieran is better. But this is just like a sick illustration. It's so bright, so vibrant. Got a nice print line there. Correct, Chasm Skulker. I feel like these cards are super underrated. Because, like, I feel like people just don't really, like, love SARs a whole lot. For trainers, that is. They've kind of, like, fallen off them. But, like, every trainer SAR is just, like, so good. There's so much detail put into them. So, like, old school, like, Gen 1 lovers don't really give a... Like, they just don't care for them. But they're overlooking some of, like, the best illustrations that the TCG has seen. Real ones know En Modokura First Supporter is the best ones. Gardenia's Vigor. Gardenia's Vigor, Aroma Lady. Gardenia's Vigor, Aroma Lady. Carmine? It was Caitlyn. Yeah. I didn't want to go on it, but it was Caitlyn, wasn't it? It was Caitlyn before Gardenia's Vigor. It was Caitlyn. I knew it in the back of my head too. All right. That is a pretty solid package there. Some more modern stuff. I really got to start filling out my my modern binders because, like, I haven't started putting any of my cards, any of my modern sets together, like any of them in binders, and I really need to do that. Okay, that's modern. Do we want to go back to vintage or do we want to keep doing modern? Maybe I should start putting some of these in the... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't want to end up with like a pile of cards on the stream. I'm going to just, like on my table at the end of the stream, I'm actually going to start putting these into binders. So at least, especially because it's hot, I don't want them to get like super humid and gross in here. Because otherwise they're just going to like sit around and just like... Not like warp. Oh, they might actually warp, but they're just going to get like... They're going to like stick to the sleeve and stuff and get kind of gross, so... This looks like it's a VS page, so I feel like I can put these here. This was a binder that I took to Japan in 2023 for Worlds. And I bought a lot of cards on that trip. And I just put them all in the binder. Dude, E-Series is so underrated. This is a binder where I've sort of been putting like modern cards. This is Voltex's Neon Green. I like these. 12 pocket. But again, like really random cards live in this. What's this? This is Terrestrial Festival? Yeah, this is Terrestrial Festival. I feel like I can put these here. Where'd the Carmine go? Here. I'll put these here for now. Because like if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it. At least they're like safe when I do this. I always I try to reuse sleeves as best I can, but I like putting my cards into Ultra Pro sleeves just because they're like a good height to then like fit snugly into the side loaders, side loading sleeves that is, sorry, of these binders. And I'm kind of just putting these, I'm just going to put them in a page They're all going to move out of this binder. So like this green binder is like a halfway home for my cards. All right, are we going modern or are we going vintage? I haven't really opened up a banger vintage package yet. Go in the middle? Actually, okay, so the thing with the vintage packs, packages is that they can be a mix of like E-series, so like early 2000s, or they can be like GBA era, mid 2000s, or they can be like 2009, 2010, like Diamond Pearl Platinum. So I'll go another one. This is vintage, but it's vintage that I bought recently. So I feel like this could be a fun package. I feel like this is going to be a mix of like Diamond Pearl Platinum stuff. And it feels a bit like, it feels a little bit chunky. So I feel like it's like a mix of like commons and uncommons. Oh, I like this one actually. Some Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Now I feel like I bought a bunch of cards by specific artists when I went shopping this day. This for me is like the most fun part of collecting at the moment. Like this is where I get my fun, because a lot of people are saying that like collecting, it sucks right now, and I kind of agree with it, but only if you're really like looking at modern. If you start looking at like older gens and just like find weird quirky collections. Oh, I'm gonna make a mess of this. Maybe that's safer. Okay, good. That's probably safer. You actually can still have a lot of fun collecting, because like I find this fun. You know, like 800 yen on a card like this, and then trying to get as many of them as you can, or like fill out a binder with cards like this is just more fun at the moment, rather than like exhaust yourself trying to get like prismatic evolutions, booster bundles or whatever, and like getting frustrated when you can't. I want to take all these out eventually and look at them with their lovely holos. Yeah, I think I was looking at specific, like a mix of like reverse holo, Heart Gold, Soul Silver cards, and just cards by artists that I was just like, I don't know when I will like see that on a shelf again. And maybe I bought these after coming back from Japan, because like if you're shopping in Japan, you can find cards like these on the shelves, and they probably might be a bit cheaper. But it's like, how often will you see them? And Heart Gold, Soul Silver cards were like not often on shelves. Yeah, I think I was getting like Himeno cards, Koki Saito, probably Fukuda at some point, Tomokazu Komiya. That's just an easy pickup. Kurosaki, dude, 300 yen for that? That's clean. I think I just wanted I saw this and I was like, Kurosaki, say less. SK Yoshinobu. Okay. Why did I pick this up? Maybe because it was just there? Maybe because I was getting the Kurosaki, so I was like, I may as well. Also, like, just generally getting cards from these sets that are like sealed boxes are like ridiculously expensive. Always just seems like a smart idea, because you never know if you might want that card in the future, or someone else may want it, and then you have like something that you can trade. Like when some of these Japanese booster boxes are worth like $2,000 or $3,000 sealed, but the cards inside are worth 300 yen. And you see them and you're just like for me, my brain is just like, yeah, why not? Oh no, this is the cursed shaman. This is the cursed shaman. I don't know. I know Mr. Darth Bean knows this shaman. This is a cursed shaman. But I didn't have it, so I bought it. This is one of those who know moments. And we're not going to expand. We're just not going to explain. We're just not going to explain the meaning behind this. It's not about the shaman's feet. It's about what somebody said on Twitter. It's horrifying. But because somebody made that tweet, this shaman got really expensive. Well, I got it now. We're just going to put it away. We're just going to move that one to the side. What did they say? You don't want to know. It's better that you don't know what they said. Love this. I feel like I like this better than like what they've done with like this is better than what they did with Shiny Star V Reverse Hollows, V Sun Universe Reverse Hollows. It's prettier. Was it a case of mistranslation or they actually meant what they said? No, they meant what they said. They said what they said. They knew what they were saying. And they said it. These are like perfect condition. Nothing wrong with them. $300 easy pickup. Didn't they say some really unhinged stuff? They did. They said that they wanted to have relations with that shaman. It's not safe for life. What they said. So I think what happened here is I wanted to buy these 3. I'll show you in a second. Look, I know you can't unhear it. I can't unsee it and remember it. Okay, I had a flashback when I saw the card. So how do you think I feel? I can show you like what my pseudo vintage, pseudo artist binder looks like currently. That's where these are going to go. I love the borders on these cards. It makes them feel so rustic. Reverse from this era looks so good. It's just simple, you know? But I love the border on them. It feels so rustic. Probably some of the best borders ever, right? Just makes it makes them all feel, the whole set feel ancient. It's like papyrus. We'll save that for last. Really? You didn't like the borders when they came out? What? That's crazy. It's cool to like Tomokazu Komiya now, so Komiya collecting just gets harder from this point out. A little bit of a mark there. Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. They're gold and silver borders. It's genius. Maybe it was perceived as like tacky at the time. I was 12 and averse to change. Fair enough. One thing I really liked about this era is that the portrait is so much bigger. I've always liked that a lot. There's just like much more real estate for the illustration. Was that not jarring to you at the time? You didn't even notice that? Yeah, they're much bigger. Oh, would I say much bigger? Like, they're a little bit bigger. Like, even if you compare it to this, compare it to XY, you can see it's like a little bit longer. I just realized there were mirror reverses in EX Battle Boost, and there are 3 Komiya arts in the set, so I just picked those up. How much did you pick them up for? Couple of cheapies. All right, I'll show you guys my like vintage looking artist binder that's like pretty booty at the moment. So it's like my binder for like, it's like my artist binder halfway home. Cause like I just, in general, I just don't have like a lot of time to spend the day just like putting cards in a binder. I feel like I need to set aside like, all right, today I like literally nothing to do. I'm just going to put all my binders together. I haven't had that day come up yet. But this is like my halfway home binder. Man needs a 12 pocket binder. I just need to do it. All right, so we got some arata here. So random, some of these pages. Peace out, Nakuda. You have a good night, dude. Harada. Miki Tanaka. Just a random Komiya page, which is like 1. Well, we'll put that here for now. That's Ayakusabe. Whoa, nearly fell off my chair. That is Ayakusabe. What have I got here? I've got Harada. Okay, I went past Harada. The camera up is fire. I feel like I buy it every time I see it. I think I bought it when I was in Japan for Worlds, and then I bought it again when I was there last year. Sometimes the Ultra Pro sleeves are just a little bit too long, and they do that. What's up, son of a Merc? Good to see you, dude. Now your Kimura. Is this my Himeno page? Yeah, it is. That in. I got some Koki Saito. My Koki Saito binder is below me. So I got 2 Kurosaki and then SK Yoshinobu. Did I go past SK Yoshinobu in this binder? I feel like I did. Or I'm just making things up. Did I? Nope. Probably doesn't exist in this binder. Atsuka Nishida. Don't have any Nishida here. Fukuda. I think this is where my like randomness is, where I just like randomly dump cards now. Yeah. All right, I'll put these here. So I've got 3 Kurosaki and 1 SK Yoshinobu. If I don't do this now, these are just going to sit in piles. So it has to be done now. All right. Oh, and the promo. Where am I putting that promo? I'm going to put the promo in my Pikachu binder. This is like my Pikachu binder and then some good cards binder. I might put it... Where am I putting it? That's Pikachu. I feel like if I put it in here, it's going to make 0 sense. Hang on. The random Lonely Zard? Yeah, I know, right? Look. Wait, was there a Corky Cycle card there that I put somewhere? Did I put it aside? Did I have a Corgi Saito card in my hand and then I put it somewhere? This is unfortunately how I operate with binders, right? So I just have like, I can't be the only one that does this where like you have a system in your head. You know what I mean? Like you have a system in your head that only you understand and it makes sense to you, but it makes no sense to anybody else. Surely. "16 pocket binders, I don't know, they're too big, man." Kurosaki, Corgi Saito. Okay. This is my Corgi Saito binder. This was the binder where I said that the zip broke. This I need to like restructure and put all the cards in order. But like there's more to it and there's more cards that are just not in it. But this is one of my favorite binders. Just so many sick cards in this. Obviously they used to start it off. I'll show you real quick while we're here. Corgi Saito's drawn so many good cards. Bangers. Some Delta species. Love this Gengar. Sick Gengar. Ludicrolo's sick. Great Gyarados as well. What is that? Just a random... Just a non-holo rare. Just a casual one by Corgi Saito. Love this Raichu. Love this Ampharos. Zangoose is sick. That's a promo. What happens when the binder is full? Well, these need to move to like a 9 pocket. They shouldn't be in a 4 pocket. It all started in a 4 pocket. But they've all got to move. I think these are like doubles or like some other artists. Yeah, this is like part Kuzujima as well. This is what I was talking about with Kuzujima. Like their style is just so varied. Between like the Plusle and the Typhlosion. It's so different. My dad does modern master sets like WotC ones with the highest rarities together, all the EXs together and so on. It's probably a good way to do it. What do you guys think they'll reprint for the 30th anniversary? Because some card like this Smeagol never got the spotlight unless someone really goes for a hunt. Yeah, you were saying that it was like OP at the time, but I don't know what it does. I didn't read it. Copy and pastina? Are you Italian, Sikri? You are, aren't you? I don't know what they're going to do for the 30th. I don't think they're going to retread what they did with the 25th, but maybe they will. All right, what are we moving on to? That was vintage. It was a little bit like... It's more like, it's just like my style. It wasn't like anything crazy value-wise. That's just like my kind of vibe at the moment, you know? You're getting an insight into how I collect at the moment. Do we want to go modern again, or... I could go some Pastino. Down for modern? Alright, I'll do something more recent. Actually, I'll do like modern, but from like a few years ago. Okay, this one is from the 27th of January, 2023. So this is 2 years and 3 months old. I have a really bad feeling it's One Piece, but we'll see. 2 years and 3 months could be anything. It could be like Clay Burst. Could it even be Clay Burst? Wait, Clay Burst didn't even exist. That's the start of Scarlet Violet. It's One Piece. Oh, I was really hoping that was Pokemon. I was really hoping that was Pokemon. No, is it? Yeah, it's One Piece. Maybe there's some Pokemon in there mixed up. The way you deal with mail is wild. That's just how I operate, dude. I'm just built that way. I think these are promo cards that I got from my buddies. Yeah. Yeah, oh, they didn't even sleeve these. That's so funny. These are One Piece promo cards I got from my buddies. Sorry, chat. That could have been cool Pokemon-wise. Alright. Now that that's out of the way. I think I'm going to go back vintage. I'm going to keep doing vintage. Because like a lot of this I think there's 3 in here. Yeah, there's 3 in here. The vintage stuff could really be anything. Last time I did vintage Japanese mail, it was like... It was good. There was some good shit. Alright. This one is from the 18th of January 2024. Do you always tell Black Ship to keep packaging on your buys? For mail day, yeah. Always. Because like I don't like them opening my mail unless it's like a box order, you know what I mean? So if they open up a box that has like a booster box or something else, like a box inside of it, that's whatever. But for mail, what? This is like the best bit of buying cards is like opening the mail. And so I don't want to invite tampering. Not that I think that they would. I just don't want to like open the possibility. You know what I mean? Up to that. All right. So vintage again. What? I already bought that card. What? Why do I have 2 now? This is okay. So this is what happens. I end up buying cards that I already have. Because what? That other package was from 2023. And now you got 2. God damn. Okay. Wait, they opened up your 25th anniversary golden box? That's crazy. I would have crashed out. I probably shouldn't open it like that, eh? I might scratch the back. Mitchie, I've played these games before and I've bought these cards before. Alright. What do we got? So, we've seen this. We know why I bought that. Corki Saito. Okay. I think I just was buying reverse Heart Gold Soul Silver cards. But I'm not upset about that. I like that. It's random. I don't think I would have seen that card before the day I bought it. Sachiko Adachi. Very cool Heracross. Okay, these are all Heart Gold Soul Silver cards. Ken Sugimori Dunsparce. Sumiyoshi Kizuki. I think maybe I was like buying cards from artists that don't draw a lot or like kind of like obscure cards. Various rabbit hole buys is what we're witnessing. At that point in time, there was a reason and it was a good reason for buying these cards, but I cannot remember the reason. I have not seen these cards before, Mitchie. This one's sick. That is so sick. All right, we gotta look at the holo of that. Why did I just would have been buying Heart Gold Soul Silver cards this day. That's all it could be. You know what it was? I would have wanted to buy the Teddy Ursa and the Clefable, and then I would have been like, and then while we're at it, let's get a bunch of other Heart Gold Soul Silver cards. Who knows? That is my strategy. Buy and forget, and then remember. For me, this is fun. This is just how I do it at the moment, and how I do it then. Basically, the periods where I've bought these cards are when like Japanese cards were like stupid expensive. So buying modern was like, collecting modern sucked. So I retreated to vintage and just picked up random cards that I thought looked cool. Sick holo. Great condition too. Well, these are just going to get harder and harder to get as time goes on. So that's part of my mentality as well. It's pretty standard Sugimori illustration here. Sick holo though. No damage, pretty much mint condition. Although I gotta say near mint. Here's this knocked out. Sick holo. How many times have I said sick holo this stream? Hey, we got a swirl. Very nice. So good. This is like a simple type of illustration that we don't really see a lot of these days. Like, this type of illustration is like far and few between now. All the attention's on knocked out, and then you just get this really plain background, but you know what the background is, so it's like it doesn't need to be an ultra detailed background. It's just a lake with a very subtle moon. Hey, there's a swirl on the moon as well. Kinda. Holo goes insane, dude. Whoopala. Wee. And then the random Drapion. It's a pretty unique card. You wouldn't see an illustration like this these days. With the holo on it as well. I don't know. My thing with Heart Gold Soul Silver cards is that like whenever you see them, you're probably not going to, like Japanese, you're not going to really see them again. So it's worth like kind of picking them up when you see them if you have like a mild interest in them. There's a swirl in the bottom right corner there. Just there. Because the box prices for this set are just ridiculous. And so when random things happen to like the sealed box prices and then the price of the box goes up, then the single goes up. And so if you ever wanted it, you miss your chance. All right, kind of sick. These can just go into, well, they can go into another sleeve. Do I speak any Italian? Nah, I'm a fake Italian. My parents didn't speak Italian around us when we were kids because they didn't want us to get bullied at school for speaking Italian, which is like the dumbest thing ever. So we don't, none of my middle sister does, but that's because she started learning Italian like 10 years ago. I don't speak Italian. All right, these are going to go to a home quickly. They used to make the surface area on the holo so big. In general, the holo just used to be better. Like the holos are just kind of like comparatively average now. Now, I don't think I have that Clefable. No. Heart Gold Soul Silver or black and white? Heart Gold Soul Silver. Cards or game? Well, this Teddy Ursa can be traded at any point. So if you're a Corky Saito collector, hit me up. I think the cards, Heart Gold Soul Silver for sure. Love the Silver Border Cosmos promo these days. Yeah, they're good. But it's just a shame because they're promos. There's that sneeze. It came back. The sneeze from 2 hours ago. Thank you, chat. Whoa. All right. These kind of just got to go wherever. Goes back to what was said earlier. Rarities that aren't SAR got nerfs because they want people chasing high rarities, not holos. But people will chase high rarities either way, Null Remnant, if they're cool enough. And like other cards being cool is just a bonus so that you feel like you get more value. Random page. If you ever want to see a random bunch of cards, look no further than my collection. Alright, I'm gonna go get my other coffee. Give me 1 second, chat. I think I'm gonna go vintage again. Actually, what's this one? This one will be devastating because it is something I bought before I went to Japan last year. So I think it's gonna be a stupid buy. No, wait, I think it's 2023. No, it's 2024. So I think this is going to be a dumb purchase. The 2nd of March. So this was like right before I went to Japan. So what the hell could I have possibly bought? But I think that was because I booked to go on that trip very suddenly. So it would have been before I booked my trip ticket. I'll be back in a sec. All right. I always make 2 coffees before I start. I put one in the fridge. It's like my iced coffee. The chill one. I dropped my lid. So now I can't drop that bottle. That's fine. Alright, what did I miss, chat? What do you guys think about serialized cards? Like leaving scalpers aside. Would you like to have some in Pokemon too? I think serial cards are cool. But getting them has got to be like cool as well. Are you talking about like putting serial cards in a box? I think serialized cards as like trophy cards is cool. But not putting them in products, because I think that would just make the product situation worse. Like, until TPCI addresses their supply issues, distribution issues, they can't do that. If they fix that and then they put them in, fine. But like the way that they've got it now, where like it's like they know how up it is. Like, there's no way that they don't know how bad the current situation is. Especially then when you like layer in like all the distribution stuff and like the backdooring. For them to go and do that is like throwing fuel on the fire. So I don't think they can do it. All right, this is bound to be a really dumb pickup because I bought it in March of 2024, which can't have been good. Pokemon is too big for serialized cards in packs. Yeah, I think it's just a bad thing to do right now. Oh, this card is so good. But why did I buy it then? They do. They are called #1 trainer. But like, it would be cool to have like serialized versions of special art rares, but you could only get them from like tournaments and stuff. Or like how they're doing with the fanfare card, and you have to have a certain amount of championship points. There's no way a scalper could like, or a crypto bro could get that card. All right, this Arbok goes off by Okuball. Wicked card. Oh, nice. Oh, did I not? Why did I get these? I think I just wanted them at this point. Did I get a Suicune though? Or a Walking Wake, I should say. This is a sick card. Terzero, banger. Raging Bolt. Actually, I think this is the first time I'm going to be putting these in a binder. Because I pulled Gouging Fire, I think twice. That's nice. Hey, that's just Furusawa. We were talking about him before. Oh. Nice. Saboteri. Doryuzu. Oh, this is a really nice Liddim. I think I have an English one of these. Oh, no, I sold it actually, because I sold some of my English recently. Very subtle card, very cute. I never noticed the book there. Is that Lidden's shiny? Because I'm not versed in shinies. Sorry, chat. Is Lidden's shiny white? That's a cool touch. Oh wait, no, that's Lidden. That's a doll. This whole time I thought that was wait, or is it just 2 Lidden, or is it 3? Are they dolls or are they all Lidden? Why did I buy that? What? I think that was when I was making decks. I think I was getting ready to like to do more TCG tabletop content, and then I didn't. That's a terrible pickup. Put that to the side. Wasn't this pump and dumped in English recently? I told you, none of these pickups will make sense. Incineroar in the back. My God, there's just so many layers and details in this card. Nice. You could pull out any art rare and say that. That is true. Yeah, that's true. Although, we've seen today, the pump and dump's over, right? Everyone's kind of woken up to that. That is a wicked card. That green bubble guy, PP Man, just pulled in English. Jit, are you friends with PP Man? I love PP Man. Drowsy is dumped, but is still well above what it was before. I think what's going to go on there, and was I talking about this in the last stream at some point, is that new floor that's established for the card is like fake. But like new collectors are getting baited into believing it's like the new norm. So like a new base floor has been established. Love this Arbok. I think this Arbok looks better in English because it's more saturated. Oh, dude, you're friends with PP Man, the GOAT? This card is sick. Say what you will about Raging Bolt. The card is... the art is so good on this. Terzero cooked with this set. They really let Terzero cook. They let him go off. Look at that. What a banger. Best cards of the gen? Oh. That's a tough call. Well, I feel like that's like... like, Paradox Pokemon have a huge buff in the Scarlet Violet era by not being Terra Pokemon. Because Terra Pokemon, the cards kind of just like... you know, the crown kind of like really messes things up. So special art rares of Paradox Pokemon automatically like get a buff, We never got a tier list for 2024. We probably should do one, eh? I don't even think we finished the tier list for 2023. All right, these can go in a spot. Ah, PP Man showed you my channel. What a legend. PP Man the GOAT. All right. We got Nagaba promos, Shiny Treasure. There's an Ampharos that I already had. So I got 2. Okay. Yeah, this is like my random SV, SR, AR kind of spot. Super underrated card. The Pikachu, the Detective Pikachu. Where's the Kiyotaka Shiyama cards? Don't know, dude. Where are they? They haven't drawn a card for a while, have they? They're almost like a one and done thing with Sword Shield. Did they draw any Scarlet Violet cards? Will these fit on this page? Yes, they will. I don't think they've drawn a card for Scarlet Violet, have they? They were just Sword and Shield. Alright, am I getting them confused with another artist? They did the Magikarp? Magikarp was Shinji Kanda. Love this card. These are sick together. The regular Magikarp. Really? Base set. Carpian SV base. Jeez, you guys know more than I do these days. I would not have pulled up the Magikarp. Oh my god, you're right. They did Magikarp, Mastiff, Magnemite, Mousehold. And then they haven't drawn since. No, they did Giacomo. They did Ditto. Okay, so they're still around. Their last card was what? Giacomo, Paldea Evolved. No, Ditto. Dude, that's crazy that you were both like, Actually, they did Magikarp in SV base. And there was 2 of you that said that. Alright, let's change the beats up. Alright, what are we gonna look at next? I reckon vintage again. I think the vintage stuff is fun. I want to do the vintage packs because I want to see what I've been buying or what I had bought. It also makes me want to like buy more as well. So I'm probably gonna go on a little bit of a, but I don't want to buy just yet. No, I'm saving myself. I'm saving my cash. All right. Yeah, like opening up vintage stuff makes me want to get more vintage stuff. I like the vintage stuff. What was my favorite vintage artist? Look, Kusajima cards, like I said, I love picking them up wherever I see them because the style it just varies so much. So I gotta say Hajime Kusajima. This one was from the 11th of January, 2024. Where does that Aga emote come from, Michi? All right. Just a few cards here. It looks like it's just 2. What could it be? Oh, dude, speak of the devil. We were just talking about, bro. I remember when I saw this and I was so happy because I was like, I've been waiting for this card to pop up. I don't think I saw this once in Japan when I went last year. I don't think I saw this once. This is one of the sickest gold art cards ever. The scan for the card was terrible. I thought it was going to be in like horrid condition. It doesn't look too bad from the front there. I'm actually super psyched about this. I know that this is just a common, but it's just, it's cool for me. All right. Oh, look at it. Look how good it looks. Look at the colors. Look at the colors. You cannot tell me that this card is sick. Oh, dude, the condition's perfect. This is a card I remember buying. It wasn't that long ago. It was only a year ago. A year and 3 months. But I didn't see this card once in Japan, and I was looking for Kusajima cards everywhere. Look, I know it's not even a holo, but it's a big deal to me, okay? It's gonna have a nice spot in my binder. I'm happy about this. I would have paid like $30 for this card in that condition. They're some of the hardest cards to find because they're just like not sitting on shelves. All right. I don't know what this is, but is it going to be as cool? It's not bad. Ayakusabe. The Kingdra. It's a VS card. Pretty good. I don't think this was in my binder. I feel like it might be though. Perfectly good condition. This is the only thing that's like keeping me interested in Pokemon cards right now. I'm not gonna lie. Picking up cheapies like this. Random commons and uncommons. Because otherwise it's just like kind of grim at the moment. I'm really I know that is like just 2 random non-holos, but I like them a lot. I'm gonna put this into the Kusajima part of my Saito binder. And then I'll put the Kingdra into the VS binder. So this is like, I think these are like doubles of my Corki Saito cards. For some reason that's there. There's a Kusajima there. And then it becomes a Kusajima part binder. Put that there. Is that like, am I the only one that cares? I must be like the only person on earth that cares about this Golduck. Is Golduck just not a popular Pokemon? Move the Blaziken over. I was also pretty hyped the day I bought this as well. Put that here. Like, have a look at the Blaziken. Creepy. Really? Such an underrated artist. Go. So good. The Mewtwo. Oh, I'm out of sleeves there. What? I told you, the Blaziken goes crazy. This artist is one of the GOATs. Where was the Mewtwo? Oh, here. That is Masago. We were talking about them before. It's not Kuzujima. Kimi Masago. This was actually gifted to me from a friend. I'm telling you, this is where it's at. Just getting random vintage. And not slabbed vintage. Because that's cringe. Just get them raw. Condition on this, it's seen better days. It's not even that bad. Oh, the back's... Alright, the back's seen better days. But you're not looking at the back. The back is in a binder. Don't worry about the back of it. Ignore the back of this card. Don't worry about the condition on the back. Doesn't matter about the back though. It's not heartbreak. No, it was a gift, but the front of it looks clean. So it looks good in the binder. You wouldn't have even known. You wouldn't have even known that it was damaged if I didn't take it out of the binder. You love your slabbed vintage? Okay, but there's like old head slabbed vintage and then there's like new I'm paying 85% of market vintage. That's the cringe vintage. But you can't resell it. Where are the returns? A lot of my collection you can't resell. Just how it is. Like, can you resell? Can you resell like VS, right? You can't. Or can you? Like, is there anyone out there buying a complete VS binder? Or is there even anyone else selling it? Do I have the Kingdra? I do. I already have the Kingdra. I'm going to have to start trading. All right. I'm going to have to put all my VS cards in order and just have a dedicated VS binder. I'm going to get a new Voltex binder. I'm going to do it. This is why you should open your mail. This is a case study of why. I already have that card. I already have that card. I've got it twice now. That's what trades are for. This is a clean Lapras. This gives me the same kind of vibes as the it gives me the same kind of vibes as the Golduck. Very saturated. Such a clean illustration. That's by Arita. Bit of a different style for Arita. Looks Mystery Dungeon. Yeah, I see that. As someone who has not played Mystery Dungeon, I see the vision. Slabs be popping off on Fanatics every weekend. It's crazy. VS slabs, really. I hope that does not continue. That makes me sad. I want less attention on VS slabs. I'm going vintage again. All right. This would have been in the same period. This is from the 12th of January. Maybe that's because VS is hard to get, like hard to grade as 10s. Like they're hard to grade because they have a lot of centering issues. This feels like a very small package. This is a small package. What? It's not even vintage. What was I cooking? Dude, I overpaid as well. And then I bought this in Japan. Oh my god, I bought this in Japan. So I bought it in Japan after having bought it online. Oh my god. This is a dumb pickup. And this is why you should open your mail. Playing with fire, doing it that way. What's up, Dangies? No way you're missing mail day? Bro, where you been? 2,800 yen? This is why you never buy cards close to release. That's why you should never buy cards close to release, children. I think that's the only card I got in this package too. No, there's an e-reader. There's a holo e-reader. Wait, there's an ad starting? No, I'm dismissing it. All right. So this went from being, what was I cooking, to he's cooking. All right. Clive, interesting card. It's okay. It's not 2,800 yen okay, but whatever. Taiga Kayama. It's the Habbo Hotel card. But behind it, which holo do we have behind it? What on earth? What a bizarre package. There's no one in the world would have guessed Mag Cargo. No one. I do not have this already. There's no way I don't have a Mag Cargo already. No way. Nah, I don't. What a bizarre package. My brain sometimes just goes, ooh, e-reader holo, and then buys it. You reckon I do? I think you might be confusing it with the Magby. Look, it is a sick card. It's in great condition as well. Mitsuhiro Arita. Fantastic holo. Fantastic holo. Beautiful holo. Swirl up there. Nah, this is a great pickup. Alright, it's off center. Sheesh. It's in good condition though. Holy off center. What on earth? Doubly swirl? Does doubly swirl offset off center? Where's doubly swirl? I can't see the second one. Dent on the back? What? Shut up. You shut your mouth. Shut your whole mouth. What, there? I don't think that's a dent. Dent. I don't know what that is. Alright, maybe this wasn't my greatest moment. But it looks cool. Oh, wait, no. There's damage all along the side there. I think that's from, that's ring binder damage, isn't it? That's ring binder damage. Dude, I was not cooking this day, but it looks pretty. Yeah, it's ring damage. Steven taught me about that. Dude, what? That's not PSA 10? Get it off the screen. Get it off the screen. Don't look at it, and don't look at me. Don't ever look at me. Unsubscribe, unfollow, unlike, report. This guy bought an E-series card that's not PSA 10. What an idiot. Alright, I'm going to put this in this binder. Yeah, I wasn't cooking that day. Look, I had visions of cooking, but I wasn't cooking. Yep, as you do, you put the Clive next to the Cynthia. That makes thematic sense. Do I have any more holo e-reader? Maybe. A little bit. I posted a picture of this on Twitter. Some cool E-series. Nah, I think Formula, you're getting it confused with the Magui that I have. Wait, it's not... No, they're not... It's not ring binder damage. It's part of the frame. They all have it. It just looks like it. I think it just looks... Nah, it's not. It's fine at the front. No, that's part of the frame. That there is not damage. That and that. But this is damage. Probably. No, I actually don't even think it's damaged up there. I don't know. I don't buy it. I think it's fine. It's just a very random pickup. We're back. It's PSA 10. It's a PSA 10 and we're so back. This has damage. I think I opened this up in one of the last mail day streams. This has seen better days. I think this has sun damage. You can see it all down there. But you don't really notice it until someone points it out. It's a really weird one. I feel like this can only be sun damage. But it's just such a weird bit of damage. It's so bizarre. It is a 6 Slopo. Alright. Vintage again? I'm liking vintage because I feel like the modern is just like random art rares and like yeah, that Slowpoke looks like it was like this. It looks like that was the Slowpoke. And then it got all this, and it was like left on like a windowsill, and then it got all this sun damage. Vintage again. All right, I'm down. This could be... Ooh. Hang on, I gotta replace that. Give me a sec. All right, we're back. We're good. Okay, I think this might be my last vintage package. Let me just do a quick scan. Yeah, that's my last. This is like my last vintage package. So I'm gonna do another modern before I do this one. This could be spicy. As far as modern goes. Decent chunk in there. What's that? Ooh. Oh, yeah, I think this is good. This is a good one. Okay. It is... Let's open it this way. Don't worry, I'm never damaging my cards. I'm always very careful. All right, one of these is in a top loader. Oh, this is a sick card. Oh, wait, this is recent. Okay, this I definitely bought because I saw what was happening with English. And I was like, if what's happening with English happens with Japanese, before I finish off a lot of like my Japanese sets, I'm going to be pretty pissed. So I picked up a lot of these. This is a sick loom. Always was. So I bought 2. I love this card. Okay, this is me finishing off Ruler of the Black Flame. Because I didn't actually open any Ruler of the Black Flame on the channel. Because that was when Worlds was happening. Yeah, that's what this is. Okay, Belly Bolts, Cleffa. Lavatar. Quite a few here. Yeah, this is 100%. Sorry. So this is like me seeing what happened with English, and I was like, I'll be damned if I miss the boat on these in Japanese and then I get stooged because everyone moves to Japanese. I actually think this was, and then I think Jake made that video that was like, why are we getting ripped off on English when Japanese is so much cheaper? And I was like, man, am I glad I got these before that video came out, because who knows what happens now. This was a sick card though. Awesome Sizor. Sizzle? I always say Sizor. I know it's Sizzle. Varoom? I just sold one of those in English. Pidgey? Think Pidgeotto behind that? Yep. I don't know if I have the Pidgeot. Alright, and then a big boy at the very end. Yep. This fella. I just straight up had to buy this because I didn't pull it because I didn't open any packs. Not the most loved card. Kind of what I was talking a little bit about before. Paradox Pokemon were kind of eating good when it came to SARs because Terra Pokemon are debuffed by the crown. Very full on card though. This was what, 55,000 yen when Ruler of the Black Flame came out. And I think I would have paid 20,000 yen for it. There was so much Ruler of the Black Flame that this was always going to come down. But from here on out, who knows what happens. So I haven't bought the ARs since SV4M, SV4K. So I hope the ones after that don't go crazy for no reason. Well, a lot of them already have. Like, Groudon went crazy. Cleffa. But Cleffa's like always been playable, so that one kind of made sense. But like Houndour, Houndoom, Sizor kind of moved. Like any of the ones in English that kind of like started to get manipulated, they all moved. Like these kind, they kind of like shifted. Not like ridiculous, but it's annoying. So if you didn't have them, you probably should have bought them like January, December. Triplet Beat Magikarp is like, yeah, it's like what, 100? It's like 10,000 yen. Something silly. Those are SV3 though, so we good. Oh, you're up to date. Yeah, you're up to date up to SV4. So for SV4, well, because Raging Surf was SV3A, right? So you're covered. Everything I sell, trade goes up in price. Yeah, this was me getting in before all the English insanity moved over to Japanese. But the good thing is, I don't think it really came over too much. Like, Pokemon is just generally popular again. So like these have just like gone up in price because like everything Pokemon's gotten more expensive recently. So I've got them now. I don't need to think about it anymore. We tick off the box. Do I go modern again before vintage? I had so many months to buy Carp for cheap and I just didn't. What were you doing? It was like 1,500 yen, 2,000 yen for like a very long period. Of these, my favorite, probably. Let's look at this a bit closer. This is nice too, though. Cupiyama. Have they drawn a card since drawing this? I like how the one in the middle is like bright, the light's shining on them, and the rest that kind of like have like shadows around them. It's a nice little touch. It's a great touch. I just love how colorful this is. So vibrant. So vibrant. Love the saturation on this. Masako Tomi. And then this Sizor. Sizor. You know what I'm saying. Oh, I never noticed the other one in the background. Or is that, are they like, is that like two Scizor dueling? The Gloom reminds me of the 151 Venusaur. I thought it was a 151 card. And then when I was going through Ruler of the Black Flame, I was like, oh, that's SV3. Debated. I think this is the best art rare from Ruler of the Black Flame. For sure. Definitely the best one. So good. So gritty. It's a reference to one of the anime episodes. Damn. I did not know that. You know, I was saying last year that I need to actually like watch the Pokemon anime weekly and just like pick up from a point and then get into it. And I just never did it. And I should still do it. There's still time. All right. All right, I'm going to go vintage now. What's the vibe been, right, on the vintage stuff? Because, like, I know we haven't gone, like, crazy with, like, holos and, like, really rare stuff. As far as mail day goes, like, this is a very, like, niche one, I'd say. It's very, like... It's not like my old mail day videos where I was like getting special arts and stuff. But that's because back then special arts were like stupid cheap. But I do worry that it's like, well, I thought it was like vintage. But this is like, this is vintage. Like this is like peak collecting. I think this is like how you do it now without feeling like collecting Pokemon cards is exhausting. Finding weird little niche like pockets that no one else is really touching, or that you can like share with people and it won't like corrupt, or people aren't like exploiting. And it makes me want to go and buy more vintage. Well, this one's packed very nicely, so that makes me think that it's something a little bit more special, or maybe it's not even a card at all. What on earth? Why did I just... There's no way. There's got to be more to this. Why would I just buy that one? No, there's two cards here. What was he cooking, dude? Some of these pickups are like wild. There's no logic to them. What is behind it? These are like old. These are old backs. So one of them is a Zapdos. What's the second one? No price on the sleeve, so I don't know how much it was. But people don't really care too much for this type of vintage, like Japanese old backs. Just because there's so many of them, and because all Japanese vintage packs always had a holo in them. So the holos are like way more abundant compared to English. Oh, dude, what was I cooking? I think I bought this for a video. Yeah, I bought this for a video. And so I was like, I'm here, so I'm going to get the Zapdos while I'm at it. Holo looks sick though. I would have bought these before Trainers Pokemon, the Return of Trainers Pokemon got revealed. This is actually a good pickup because I need this for a video that I'm filming at the moment. So I'm glad I opened this. Old backs always have some kind of scratches on them, especially when you're buying them now. I feel like all the good old backs, Japanese, have been cleaned up. Holo is clean on that. I unfortunately don't have any other new sleeves, so I got to reuse these sleeves. That's fine. All right, and the Zapdos. It's clean. It's clean holo. It's a card we've seen many times before. It's not as good as that Golduck. That Golduck was like quality. Primo. That is a very weird package that I bought that day. I don't know what I was cooking. I don't even have a spot for these because I don't even have a binder where I'm putting Neo cards or old back. What was he cooking? All right. I got to finish on another package. I can't finish there. We're about to get an ad break, so I'm going to let that roll. And I'm going to figure out what the last thing I open is. All right. I've got Valentine's Day 2024. On Valentine's Day, I was like, today I will buy Japanese Pokemon cards. Oh, that's when it got delivered. I didn't buy it on Valentine's Day. So I've got the 14th of February. I've got like the 12th of December last year. So this one's kind of recent. I got the 25th of January. I've got the 13th of December. 25th of January sounds interesting. What do you reckon? 25th of January? What does Preem Choom mean? No, January this year. Oh, man. Goddamn ad breaks, dude. The frequency on Twitch is insane. It feels like they just spam them. All right, we're back. We're still going, but we're back from ad break. The ads on Twitch have been bad. It's better than streaming on YouTube. I'm so sorry, YouTube fam. YouTube fans, I'm sorry, but I can't stream on YouTube. It's just, ever since coming back to Twitch, I'm just like, man, why'd I ever drop off on this? Twitch is where it's at for streaming. It's just the ads, dude. The ads. The vibe just got really weird on YouTube. Not all YouTube viewers, just quietly. Just like some. Okay, last package. It's modern, it's recent. It was like less than 6 weeks ago. Which means it's... I don't think it's battle partners, but it could be. I feel like I've opened up all the battle partners that I bought. I don't think it's Terrestrial Festival, but it could be. Because I did buy some Terrestrial Festival cards. I know that I bought a specific promo that's gone stupid. So I'm hoping it's that promo. Let me just take my personal particulars out of this. Okay. It's 2 cards. I'm hoping it's the promos. Any guesses on what the promos are? I feel like it's the promos that I'm thinking of. Any guesses? It's 2 promos. That's a hint. If it's promos. It's not Piplup. It's a modern promo. Comfy Zoro is not a bad guess. These flew under the radar. At least one. Okay, they flew under the radar. That's another hint. One of them did. The reveal? Oh, it's not a promo. What? No, it is. This is meant to be Paldean Whooper. I think I just got this because it was cheap. As far as SARs went. And I just sold the English one, so I wanted it in case I wanted to make a video and like talk about this artist. So it's like, I always like to have a card. If I'm going to talk about the artist in like a short or something, I always like to have it. Because I just feel like it looks cooler to show it. Rather than show like a still image. Not a lot of people like this card. They don't like the Pokemon. They don't like the card. I got a lot of hate when it got revealed. I didn't like that. That made me sad. But the artist, Shinya Mizuno, really likes drawing mechs in this style, this chibi style. So it was cool to see them get a card or a Pokemon like that as their first card. So it's just like a cool thing that makes the card cool. Just like adds another layer to it. I guess that's the cool thing about modern cards, is that they have like a lot of storylines behind them. That like add to them. They add to like the history and the lore. I'd say it's like lore. Like a lot of modern SAR cards, because of the artist, have like heaps of lore behind them. Which is why like you'll see me like a card that like a lot of people don't like. Even yesterday on the short that I put up about the Hot Air Arena special art rares, people were like, someone said like, you call the Ho-Oh calm, but it's actually just bad. What'd they say? I'll read it to you. But I was like, fucking relax, dude. Like, at the end of the day, everybody's got different opinions, but I was like, relax. They said, Ho-Oh got disrespected. By calm, you mean boring and lame artwork. We finally get a Ho-Oh, and it's so bad compared to the Lugia alt art. But like that, the Ho-Oh alt art in Hot Air Arena is like, it represents Ho-Oh. So it's like, you don't want, like, I don't think you want a fierce and like ferocious looking Ho-Oh card because it's not Ho-Oh. That's not the Pokemon. Or that's not like what people associate with Ho-Oh, you know? I think but yeah, I don't know. All right. And the other card there, this is like a super underrated card. It is the first illustration rare / art rare from this artist, Uninori, who has a like immaculate Gen 1 style. Like, it's such a 90s style illustration. This is the kind of card that you feel like would be in the instruction booklet. Every time I talk about Uninori in like a video or a short, I always say the same thing. It just feels like something from the box, from the back of the box, from the manual, from like a walkthrough, from when we had like physical playbook walkthroughs. I love this artist. Super underrated card. Well, I guess like the secret's kind of out now. You could only get this from the Generations set, where you have to buy like 4 of the Generations start decks from Japan. And you also got Paldean Wooper in the same set. And some people, you might have seen people tweet about this as well. So it's like, I'm pretty sure that's Lavender Town behind. I can't remember which town it is, but it's meant to be a town from the game because the houses look like they do in the game. So it's an extra cool little touch. It's on one of the routes. But I love this artist. And I hope they hang around. I hope they keep drawing. Cerulean City. Yeah. Okay, now I remember. Yeah, I remember the route. The long one that goes down. And then there's like a bike. Yeah. You know the one. You know the one. You know what I'm talking about. Where will that go? Where will this promo go? The green bind, I think. Could put this. We'll just put this here for now. It'll find a forever home soon. What a random page. Cool. Yeah, cat's out of the bag, but also like it's hard to get that now because like the Generations set that's in is like super expensive because everyone knows about it now. But that was just like sitting there for like ages. People didn't really care about it. What they are saying is, how can we pump this car with Ho? Yeah. It's a hard sell. Oh. Alright. I'm going to do a YouTube outro, so bear with me. That is it for today's mail day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed going through. Oh, no, I don't like that. Let's go faster. Yo, how big is this bruise on my arm? What the hell? Whoops. I don't know why I've had a bruise here like this. Look how big it is. It's a fucking huge bruise. I think I must have got whacked at basketball. I only just noticed that it's bruised. It's felt bruised for a while. But it's like the first time I've seen it. That just took me out of it. Alright. YouTube outro. Ah! What are you saying a YouTube outro for a mail day? We haven't done one of these for ages. I guess you say that's the mail day. I don't know. What do you say? Am I rebooting? I'm trying to think. Something a little bit different. A lot of the vintage is just stuff that I'm kind of like picking up and trying to add to my binders. There's no real logic to it outside of specific artists, but It's how I find fun in collecting now when everything's crazy. A lot of that stuff that I bought, a lot of that vintage that I bought was in a period when Modern was going crazy a year or two ago, and in that same period now, that's the same thing I'm doing because it's the only way to like keep collecting cards without getting frustrated. So a little bit of insight into how I'm collecting Japanese Pokemon cards these days. Thank you so much for watching the video. Nah, I don't like that. Let's go faster. What I want to do is I just want to tell people on YouTube that, hey, I'm streaming over at Twitch. Come watch the Twitch streams. I know it's been a while since we've done a mail day, and I know that was very different because in the past I've usually just bought special arts, and now I'm kind of just getting cool vintage random cards for my artist collections, but that's how I do it these days. That's how I keep it fun, especially when collecting is really frustrating with modern product. I find fun, and I find it a good distraction and a way to like block out all the noise. If you want to join in on the streams, we are live every week. No, I don't like that. Fuck, I hate this. I know. I'm washed. Chat, I'm washed. Thanks so much for watching the vid. Make sure to come and check out the streams, twitch.tv/okJLUV. I'm streaming 3-4 times a week here. But that's the mail day. That's how I collect these days. That's how I was collecting a year or two ago when Modern was a pain in the ass to buy. And now that it's happening all over again, that's how I'm doing it these days because it's less distracting. That doesn't make sense. Because it's less infuriating and it's distracting. And you know what? It's relaxing. So thanks for watching. Make sure to sub, make sure to follow, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. All right, that works. No giveaway. No giveaway. We don't do them here. Moral of today is, maybe that's a better one. The moral of today's video is open your mail so that you don't do what I did and buy multiples of the same cards. Even though they're like vintage, it doesn't matter. Open your mail, folks. Thanks for watching. Come check out the streams, twitch.tv/okJLUV. Sub, follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. All right, there's 2 for Blendy. For the big dog. Man, I'm gassed. I feel very tired. My throat feels very sore as well. I feel like I'm coming down with something, which isn't good. Coffee nerfed me? Really? I need the coffee to stay alive. If I don't have the coffee, I die. Drink tea? Maybe I should drink more tea, eh? It's so hot. It's just so hot to drink tea. This room is cursed. I can't have the fan on without having the light on, but I don't want the light on, so I can't have the fan on. Is that not the dumbest thing you ever heard? When is the okJLUV Discord Vegas trip? I don't know. I need to rework the electrical. Originally in this room, the light was separate to the fan, but now they're all on the same switch, which is super annoying. I hope you enjoyed that chat. Something a bit different. We hadn't done Pokemon for a while, and I had to get onto that mail at some point. I feel bad because it wasn't like, I don't know, it's really weird with Pokemon because like, it feels like in Pokemon, unless you're doing something hype, it's like, people don't give, like they don't care. It's weird, it's like Pokemon content's like super weird at the moment. It feels like it was like hyped up, like it feels like, it feels like my mail was hyped up, but it was like, it was just mainly just like cool for me. Like I was like super hyped for that Golder, and then I felt dumb. I got embarrassed. That fucking Golduck is insane though. This Golduck is insane. I did not see this card once in Japan. Let's get out without wrecking it. Like, fuck me, dude. Does this not fuck insanely hard? Does this Golduck even like exist on the internet? I'm gonna look it up. eBay.com. Let's go US eBay. Let's go Golduck. $15.53. It ducks, bro. Yeah, it's a $5 card, but look. It's an important card to me. It just fucking goes so hard, dude. I just like it a lot. I just really like this artist. I should actually do them like proper and put them in the binder together. Just like look at how different his style is. So like the Magneton, right? The Magneton is like the Plusle. Where's the Plusle? See, it's like the Plusle, right? It's like fuzzy and soft. But then a few years later, not even, like a year later, that style's gone. So like they're not drawing in that style anymore. And then you get this Poliwrath in this real gritty style. And you get like the Blaziken is in like the same kind of vein. But then in the same year with the Plusle, you're getting like this really like dark almost looking Breloom. And it's just like really odd. Well, it's not odd. It's just like their style varies so much. Like, look, even between the Claydol and the Plusle, like much sharper, right? Much more shading, darker. And then you get this like really soft, like pastel looking Plusle. And it's like the same year. And it's like, they're just like flicked a switch. I'm going to draw this card totally different. That's why I really like Kusajima. Versatile, multiple art styles. And then you get this freaking vibrant and bright Golduck in 2003. That's like super saturated. And what's this? Like 2001, 2002, and the year before, you get like, again, you got the soft Magneton. You like a lot of cards that has art swirls. Do I? I do. Look at him. There's like 3 on this page. Mag is 01. It's crazy. Super talented artist. This is Kogi Saito. Yeah, I just think Hajime Kusajima is really cool. That's my story. Thanks for watching. All right. I was going to stream Elden Ring today, but I'm pretty gassed and I kind of want to just like have a break, maybe just keep working on the next video. So I think I'm just going to get to work. You know what I'm saying? My throat's super sore. So Elden Ring stream will continue next stream, probably Monday. So not one day, not 2 days, 3 days from now. It'll be in the schedule. But I think I'm gonna get some food and then get to work and get out of these bright lights in this hot room. Is that okay, chat? Will you excuse me today? Yeah, I'm gonna have I'll have a cup of green tea. All right, I've calmed chat. I have reset the mail day clock. I've bought myself a few more months. Now to just build up more mail. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for coming down. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks a bunch for all the people that just followed today. You guys are legends. A couple of resubbers, Brew in the Air, Nakuda Pro. Thank you guys so much. If you're a VOD viewer, thanks for watching the VOD. Make sure to subscribe to the VODs channel. If you're not a VODs subscriber, please check out the VODs channel and hit subscribe. Helps the channel immensely. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs on that channel. All the Twitch streams end up on the VODs channel. Almost up to date. Please check it out. You can sub at the usual place, YouTube. You can join our Discord, which is kind of fun. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram as well. I'm also sleepy. But that's it for today. Thanks for coming down. Thanks for saying hey. You'll probably see this go up as a YouTube video over the week. Blendy's going to give it a bit of a polish and a shine and an edit. Faded Angel, no, thank you for coming down and chilling. Thank you. But the pleasure's all mine. Couldn't do it without you. Thanks again for coming down. Gotcha. Take care. Catch you in the next stream. Asteri, peace out. Faith and Science, you're a legend, dude. Thanks for always being here. Murray, have a good weekend, Murray. Mitchie, I'll speak to you soon. Jit, nice to have you here today. Fellow PP man enjoyer. Darth, take care, dude. Catch you soon. Brewer, as always, thank you so much for your support. Zungafan, have a good one. Lakers got destroyed tonight. Damn, spoiled it. I'll have to watch the highlights / lowlights. I was bound to get spoiled by that. You faith. Alright guys. Take care. And I will see you next week. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye. I have to find the button.